The Washington Commanders have introduced the new offensive and defensive coordinators for the 2026 NFL season. They had an interesting press conference, to say the least, saying whether David Blough or Daronte Jones has their vision for the future. No, it ain't Seth Rollins' vision. It's their vision for the future. We're going to have a lot to talk about. We're going to give our thoughts, our breakdowns, our reactions, and why one of us might be a little on the fence about our OC. It's a Burgundy Breakdown. Y'all know what time it is. We back. Let's run it. Fellas, welcome back to Wednesdays. Welcome back.
Welcome back. What it do?
What's happening?
I'm excited to be here,
back,
man.
Juan. Welcome back, Juan.
Look, man, life has been life, and
Hey.
continued the life today. But I said, hold on, no, I don't want to do it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be here. I'm not missing this, because I wanted to really get the guys, review of the offense and defensive coordinator press conferences, and I'm excited, man. I know we're gonna have a lot to talk about in regards to it, and of course, at the end of the day, talk is cheap. I know, but I can't help but say they got me again, as they always do.
My man Juan out here looking like he's stressed out. You good, home?
You good?
Look, man,
Man, look like he ain't slept in 8 days. Like he just
Juan Santana in the building, apparently.
Crazy. Good, boy?
I'm good. I'm living. I'm surviving. I'm alive.
Amen.
That's all that matter. But yeah, it's been crazy. It's been crazy.
Hey, we here.
We here.
We made it. The season is officially over. Sam Darnold decides to best his 2018 draft class of quarterbacks, wins him a Super Bowl, JSN Super Bowl. Cooper Kupp, two-time champion. DeMarcus Lawrence said, fuck the Cowboys. Let me get a trophy in Seattle. And here we are, the unofficial start of the offseason. And we've already kind of kicked it off with the two press conferences. Well, one official, but they split the streams.
Let me just stop you right there, John.
All right. What you got?
We didn't need that. What you just gave us about all the rundown of Sam Darnold, what he did in 2018 class. I don't care about Sam Darnold. I don't care about Njigba. Fuck them. It's about us. Stop talking about them other teams on the pod.
If it's about us, we got a long ways to go.
Yeah,
we can talk about my man Sam Darnold. It's cool. Let him
get that's your man now.
No. I mean, Z knows, I guess. No shit. You didn't know shit.
Nah, I just vouched for Sam Darnold about 3-4 years ago. Told Reedie we should have, scooped him out. He could be a good bridge quarterback.
He did say that.
He like, nah, fuck Sam. I said, nah, Reedie, nice. I'm telling you. Then he went to the Vikings and did what he did. And then he, Super Bowl champion, first of his class.
Yeah, I was definitely on a Sam Darnold, not hate train, but I just didn't believe it. I thought at some point he was going to just eventually turn back the clock and be the Sam Darnold of old. But we got to stop acting like this man isn't a number 3 overall pick out of USC. Like, you don't get drafted that high for anything, but any reason. But no, I'm with Reedie. Congratulations, Seattle. But
move on,
y'all got our coach. Technically, if you didn't know, that's really who Adam Peters wanted, but he took too long. Which we'll talk about it.
There you go, Juan.
What? I'm just being real. I hated that it's coming out, but like this is I ain't gonna lie. It had me feeling some type of way. See, I was all along. I was told this Dan Quinn, this is who his guy is, this who he wanted. Come to find out, this is Plan C. So I
Ben Johnson was his guy.
Yeah,
that's his guy. Yeah,
Dan Quinn. If I'm being honest, why? Because people always, and Reedie, you said you're on the opposite of it, kind of like me. You don't understand, and Asia, you don't understand why they want to push Dan Quinn out. But now it makes sense. They really don't want him. But I digress.
They settled.
Well, if they didn't want him, they could have got rid of him this year.
Ain't nobody else out there.
to me, that's a false narrative.
You think so?
Yeah, I think. So here's the deal. We all know Dan Quinn knows he wasn't the first choice, but to say that they don't want him, they got him when he was the best available or whatever. However, he fell on the hierarchy of coaching at that point in time. When they didn't get those other guys, they landed on him. Like, so evidently they wanted him, because if they didn't want him, they wouldn't have took him. They would have took somebody else. Mm-hmm. So that's the thing. But I think Dan Quinn is going to be, mark my words, I think Dan Quinn is going to shut a lot of people up. And I don't know when it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to be this year. I'm not saying it's going to be next year. But I got Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn is going to get us to the promised land.
Dan Quinn is going to win a Coach of the Year. I said it for you.
Mark my word. Dan Quinn is going to get us to the promised land. I'm telling you. I don't know why I feel that way, but I just feel that way. I think he's going to get us there.
I'll tell you why you feel that way. It's because of his actions. We have not had a coach, at least in our recent memory, that actually made change after realizing a season went downhill where he had any kind of excuse. He could have said, oh, it was injuries. Oh, it was this. Oh, it was that. No, it was injuries why we were bad, but he still went on to say, man, his offense wasn't performing how I wanted it or how I envisioned it to. And as he said in his press conferences, it was I had that big ass word. I'm sorry. Philosophy. How do you say that word, John? You went college? Philosophy? No, it's like the other word. It's that word, but it's like philosophy, whatever.
Philosophical.
There you go. God damn it.
There we go.
Smart as hell. That kind of approach and differences between the coaching staff. So I think that's why you feel, I guess, good about it or have a good feeling about him in the future, because he's actually being proactive instead of just sitting on his hands and letting things go by the wayside. So that's just what I think. That's how I feel, I should say.
Sorry I interrupted the program, John. Go ahead on what you were talking about.
No, you good. I think we just start off high. Let's start on the new guy, the new face in the franchise, Daronte Jones, defensive coordinator. Reedie's guy.
Definitely is a Reedie guy. And I'm coming out the gate saying he's a Reedie guy. And I see why they hired him. After I heard him speak yesterday at the press conference, I know why they hired him. He had you thinking you could run through a wall. Like, he seems like he's real. He's not Coach Speaky, just saying this and saying that, all of those buzzwords that your man Scott asked him about in the press conference. And that was great on him from a PR perspective, because they can't hold you to that shit and come back and say, when you don't do it, you didn't deliver, because you gave them nothing. You know what I'm saying? But to go back to when Daron, if you want to show, shout out Daron, everything he said he was, I saw in that press conference. Everything that he said he was, I saw in that press conference. Like, speaks very well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, knows the game. Like, isn't like he has a stick up his ass, like he's pissed off at the media. He seems like he's a outgoing sort of guy, and he's a team, like, you know, about, like he said, the players, and you know what I'm saying, like getting to know them, knowing their why and all of that. Like, definitely like top on my list. Like, I think he's going to do some great things. He said he's going to draw from everything, every tree or whatever he came from. You know what I'm saying? Like, he broke down like Flores and what he likes to do, how he wants to, you know, be aggressive on first, second, and third down, whereas Zimmerman, he wanted to be aggressive on third down. So it's going to be a culmination of it. Like, they asked him, was it going to be 4-3 versus 3-4? He said, you know what I'm saying, that the math, we find different ways to change the math, and that's so true. All it is the math of how many people on this side of the ball can you block versus on the other side. Can you overload blitz them on this side? It's a numbers game. That's all it is. And then I like what he said about Frankie Luvu. He wants Frankie Luvu on running backs. He don't even want him to have to deal with tackles or linemen. That's so smart. Frankie Luvu using his speed, his elusiveness, and stuff like that to get around a running back. Most running backs in this league really don't want to block you for real. So I think that's just so smart right there, just in what he said. But one thing that I did take away, there was no commitment to Bobby Wagner. There was no commitment to Daron Payne. He mentioned everybody else. I don't know if y'all caught that, but I caught that.
Yep. I think I was just so in awe of him actually mentioning Kane Madrano's name that I didn't even I didn't even pick up that he didn't
McGee too. I was like, oh,
You know, but I'll say this. I got to give my man Reedie his flowers. I'm actually surprised. Reedie likes somebody, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you know,
Yeah,
I'm excited
sold.
about that.
I'm sold, and I don't even know what the scheme is yet. I'm sold. Shit.
He's already signed
like
off.
It's hard
I
to
like
sell me, but the way he spoke, and I was just like, damn, like, and then just like giving his background, like he's a teacher first. So like, I feel like he definitely aligns with what Dan Quinn is as a head coach, and I think it's going to be a great marriage.
Yeah.
If we can manufacture pressures and getting the guys that they need in here to plug and play, but from what he said, like the guys that y'all was talking about that Reedie was critical about, they might get better or be better players because of what he seems like he wants to do with those players just off of the initial presser.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, DQ was definitely I'm actually glad they let DQ speak first and then kind of let them speak, because he kind of gave an overview of the whole situation. And he was saying when it came to that defensive search, it was an extensive search. But he kind of was able to dig through the list and meet more people, like, you know what I mean? So he was able to interview multiple guys. And he said basically at the end, when he sat down and was kind of like doing some evaluation, when he was going through his process of elimination, basically, Daronte Jones just kept standing out, like Reed mentioned, with the teaching, with the leadership, you know what I mean, aggressiveness, being able to, player development to get the guys, like he's saying, off gate, Frankie Luvu belongs here. This is where I see him best. So like first, and DQ said once he hired his guys, he challenged both of them to view the roster as it is now and point out, you know what I mean, who could do what and put them in the best, like draw it up that way. So then you can work around that to know, okay, who you might want to keep, you might want to get rid of, what you need to add. Like they're going to come back and do that. So I just think about it after the fact, DQ explaining all that and then coming back and hearing the coaches talk, it definitely shows that they're aligned. And one key point I heard early on the radio was like basically DQ got his guys really, like, in a sense, aligned, because they literally come out and say the same thing that he preaches about. They may go into the depth a little bit more, but like they literally be on point, and you can tell that there's some cohesiveness in it. And this is early, you know what I mean? Like these guys just was hired. So that stood out to me for sure. But like, more specifically to Daronte, like he was saying, you know what I mean, I kept hearing him talk about how, like, I'm an aggressive guy. Like, you know what I mean? So you expect aggression. And then, like you said, when they asked, like a buzzword, he was like, I'm gonna just give you joy. Like it's watching this defense is gonna bring you joy. And only like watching your defense bringing you joy, like, is creating turnovers, is, you know what I mean, putting pressure on people, making actual stops. So like all that kind of stood out to me. And definitely, we'll Reedie mentioned again about the numbers. You know what I mean? He said it in the most simplest way. Like, I have never heard none of our coaches talk like that, in the sense, like, you run a 3-4-4-3. They might want to, oh yeah, well, we're going to run this system. We might run this system and be all technical. And he literally just said, like, man, I done been a part of all of them. We can run in whatever the math works. So that's like, all right, we know it's going to be some situational shit. Like, we not going to be looking at it's 3rd and fucking 5 and our cornerbacks are 15 yards off the ball. Like, we're not going to, I don't see us seeing shit like that. The situational awareness and all of that is just going to align. And yeah, I'm excited to, see what he bring. But I definitely was like, damn, he ain't missing my man Payne. I ain't gonna hold you. I was a little blown by that, but hopefully it don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? Hopefully.
He even mentioned Jeremy Reeves' name.
Yeah, he mentioned Reeves. He mentioned
Juan,
Tyler Owens. I was surprised at him saying Juan. I ain't gonna hold you.
But what's crazy though, and again, it just kind of goes back to, I feel like we have to start giving ourselves more credit than what we do. Of course, we're just fans, but we know something about football. Like, we may not know everything, but we know something, because it's like, we set up here last year before last, and talked about how Oh, Frankie Luvu is best used going downhill. Oh, Tyler Owens is this fast, strong safety. He needs to be in the box. Or Jordan McGee needs to be on the field more. And it was like pulling teeth trying to get these things to actually happen. But we're fans. We're not on the sideline every single practice. It takes Juan, it takes John, it takes Reedie and Z one training camp practice to just say, oh yeah, I could see if they use him right, he could be something. And they never did. It took my man Daronte Jones one press conference to say, yeah, Joe McGee and Tyler Owens, and y'all know how I feel about Mikey. Everybody, a lot of people want to push Mikey out. But I'm telling you, bro, him and Frankie Luvu might be the ones that benefit the most from this hire.
Yeah, and remember, not to cut you off. Remember
you
how
good?
excited they was about having Mikey and blitzing him and all that. I see that for Mikey in this defense for sure. Because like they got away from. I mean, early on, I feel like they like tried it early on when Mikey first started. And I mean, I guess he was in a nickel more, but it's like they got away from it in a sense. So I see a lot of aggression, blitzes from exotic shit. People blitzing from all over the fucking field. It's gonna be crazy.
And the job people, when he said something about like not sacrifice, but like basically like, you know what, how it is sometimes, like it ain't your play to make, so it's for somebody else to make it. Basically, he said along those lines. I forget the exact verbiage that he used, but like that gave me excitement there. Like it's just like it's just going. I think it's just going to be different. Like he just speaks just totally different from what Joe Witt Jr. speaks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of we're going to vibe violently, blah blah blah. We're ball is life. We didn't get no turnovers. We didn't do nothing.
He was trying too hard. We should have seen the red flag in his opening press conference where who says, I think it was either Z or Reed that just brought it up, where they was like he was trying to attack the media. I think it was Reed that just said that he came in all hot. I waited 17 years for this opportunity and I'm finally getting it. And as you mentioned about Scott Abram, go ahead.
Yeah, and then every press conference, I don't know if y'all peep this either, but it's like he comes in, he gives a little thing, and then he's just like, I don't know. He just seemed like he's just like, instead of trying to work with the media, it's like he's against them. You know what I'm saying?
He used to walk in on some. All right, so we're gonna talk about this, and then he started talking, and then he'd be like, and this is why we didn't do this, and this. Okay, what's your questions? And then they start asking about the. All right, now we on to the next team. Then he started asking about that. And well, I'm not going to tell you I'm not going to tell you everything now, but I'll give you this. Like, bruh, like, relax.
Like yes, but
yeah, he acted like they owed him something, and this shit didn't stink. Yeah, look at him now. Look at you. But nah, that was the big. That was
he's back with Green Bay, so I mean, I guess it's a win for him. He's still getting paid from us, and
he's back in Green Bay.
He's back in Green Bay.
Yeah, pass game coordinator.
All power to him. But no, that was one of the biggest things that stood out to me as well. It's just his approach, right? As Reedie said, Scott Abraham. I don't know why he always try to speak for us. The fans want to know. No, we don't, man. We don't. We didn't ask you to speak for us, bro. Like, no, I ain't about to drag like that. But like we didn't ask for him to ask for a buzzword, and I'm glad he just shot it down. Because all he was trying to do was get a clip for himself, and if it didn't work a year from now, he's gonna come back and say, "Well, you said that," you know. So I like how he kind of avoided the media's tactic. He was like, "Bro, like, no, I don't really have many buzzwords for you.
Doing that.
It's just gonna be a joy to watch." But all like. I just like the person that he is. Again, I'm big on relationships. I'm big on treating people nice, and that's what he spoke about, right? He said, "Look, these guys are football players, but they're still humans. So I think in order for me to be invested in you, I have to." What he says something like, "In order for me to listen to you, I have to be invested to you," or the other way around. Essentially, what he's saying is, I have to build these relationships with you. So how is your family? How's your son performing that game? How is your wife? And things like that. Learning these guys off the field before you can actually teach them the game on the field, right? Coming up with IEPs for these guys. What you guys say?
Yeah, that was very
bring that up.
That was very good. But the thing that got me was just like saying like I gotta learn like what their 4 learning styles are. Some guys you can read it and learn. Some people can walk through. Some people gotta be visual learners or whatever. Like that was like. And he brought all of that shit back to like because that's what football is all about, teaching. teaching the techniques and whatever you want them to do and putting them in the right position to make the plays. Like obviously everybody that's in the NFL can play because they wouldn't be there if they couldn't play. So it's all in kind of like scheming it up and getting them to play what you want them to play, the techniques that you want them to play. And he was even talking about like gave us a history lesson on the last 10 years. Like it was a lot of match coverages. Told us about the different types of coverages that we're seeing now versus in the past. Like I really think he's going to work out.
Yeah, he not to be speak too early, but I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I already went out there and said I really feel strongly about Dan Quinn's new approach, and I love his style, and I'm backing this play, of course. These two guys, I know it's very early, but they speak like head coaches, specifically Daronte Jones. But I think David Blough's way of becoming a head coach is more so his action. His offense is actually turning up. He isn't like Daronte Jones can sell you based off of his demeanor and how he interviews. David Blough gives me Ben Johnson vibes. He may not be the best speaker. He may not be able to sell you with his words, which Ben Johnson is the opposite. Actually, he can actually talk a good game. David Blough is just going to like, hey, look at what I just did. Averaged 30 points a game. Made Jayden Daniels this, MVP caliber guy. I don't want to speak too early, but I could definitely see these guys becoming head coaches just based off of their first.
You just lost Reedie.
Like 2 years. That's
Blough threw me off. Like, I ain't gonna hold. I'm gonna just be honest. Blough, like his voice, he like how you see a person, you like they don't sound how they look. Like I was not expecting that. Like
I literally text Reed like, "Yo, this man ugly as shit." like why he look like you know what I mean? Just I don't know. Again, it's just not what you expected. The voice, the whole everything. It ain't even like just his look. Is like it's just like the voice, the face, everything itself. Is like it's ugly as shit, bro.
Hey, maybe that's what we need to turn his offense up.
Yeah, but he's one of them nerdy types.
Can you imagine
having he can scheme it up?
Can you imagine having to listen to him every fucking Thursday?
Bruh.
Like I'm probably going to be skipping those, so don't expect no insight from Reedie on the offense on Thursday.
It beats the alternatives of Cliff Kingsbury's deep ass voice. I got tired of that after a while. I ain't gonna lie. Was Scott Turner's voice annoying? I don't even remember him.
I don't even remember Scott Turner.
I know.
He was just on the radio the other day. His voice not annoying.
I know Eric Bieniemy ass annoyed me after 2 interviews. Like his shit fell on deaf ears after I realized he was trying to be more of a freaking drill sergeant than a coach. Told my man Sam Cosmi I can't wear my hat backwards. I know Cosmi was like, bro, I would trash you in this show. Stop. Like I hate coaches that be trying to be overly tough.
Too much, yeah.
Fucking meatball, brother.
I get the disciplinarian like viewpoint, but like your hat backwards, what does that have to do with football? Like nothing. Like it's just like irrelevant shit.
Yeah, but no, back to your point, Reedie, about him, talking about the last 10 years. I think that's another thing that gives him an advantage over the rest of like these other defensive coordinators trying to attack this new offense that's translated to the pro style. Again, as they mentioned, the pros is kind of getting like college, right? With the spread offenses, the up tempos and offense and things like that. Yep, exactly. And he has, experience had him being in college a few seasons ago at LSU. So he's able to come over and be able to defend probably because it's not new. It's not something that he hasn't seen before, opposed to having these other defensive coordinators that only know the pro level. So when when Cliff Kingsbury comes in the league, when Sean McVay and those guys come into the league and they start running these different kind of offenses, it kind of throws them for a loop. Opposed to our guy, I think we'll be ready. So yeah, it's a lot. But I mean, John, you've been early quiet, so I'll let you, talk about that IEP thing he brought up because that was a gem that everybody I think fell in love with. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, y'all pretty much said everything I was going to say, but if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. Everyone's bringing up in the comments that IEP that he did for every single player, I think before or right after he came in. I'm thinking, you did your research? You came prepared? Nick, what year is it? I didn't realize we were supposed to come prepared now. I thought we were supposed to show up, do our jobs, and go home. I ain't preparing any research like this. And when he said, before I can teach them, they essentially have to teach me how they want to be taught. And I'm thinking that if that doesn't scream a teacher mentality, if that doesn't scream I want to help you by you helping me kind of thing, I went, all right, I got nothing to say. I'm ready to see what this translates to. I need to see Mikey in a significant role. I got to see McGee in a significant role. The fact that he mentioned Owens and Madrano, I'm like, we put out AEBs for them last season. Madrano more than anybody. I put out missing persons to the FBI for K Madrano at some points in the season. The fact he was like,
hold on, John. What is an AEB?
AEB.
APB. My B. APB.
Respect.
But I'm thinking, oh, he's dropping names. Like he didn't mention, Wagner or Payne or any of the edge rushers, but I'm thinking, no, it's like someone made a joke saying he mentioned everyone under the age of 30. Yeah. Kev mentioned everyone under the age of 30. It's because he's young enough.
Revo still under 30?
He might be.
Revo been for a minute.
Yeah.
He probably is 29, about to be 30, but I'm ready for that all-pro star and strong safety Revo season.
Yeah, Reeve is 29. Reeves will turn 30 at the start of the season.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm just like, oh, he's ready to kind of use the younger guys in significant roles. While I'm sure he's going to sprinkle in some veterans or some not mid-level guys, but some as we call bridge quarterbacks. We're probably going to bring in a bridge linebacker or an older corner to kind of mitigate the room. But I'm thinking you came prepared, name dropping our players, ready to roll with what they got. I sign me up right now.
I'm gonna say it's not about where they line up.
It's how they wind up. Get that shirt made.
Damn.
Get that shirt made, Z. We know you got the great clothing line. Hey, get that.
There we go.
Get that made. It's not how you lined up, it's how you wind up. Oh man, if he turns out to be he has some gems. He dropped some bars in his press conferences for sure. In his press conference, sure. But I mean, he even went out his way to mention my guy Will Hurst, Reedie's guy. Nah, but
I ain't gonna lie though, I'm shocked to see the DB coaches kept. I know it's like switching the roles and all that, but I was shocked to see him stick around.
Yeah, Tommy Dontrell to DBs and safeties, William Gay to DBs and corners.
Yeah. Maybe it's just because I know William Gay is a player. I'm like, okay, maybe he actually can be good.
Something different.
Yeah. But why is it? I ain't gonna lie. And I don't want to play the race card because I love everybody. But why is Tommy Donatello catching strays? Like I feel like if he was not white, nobody would be saying anything. But because he's white and he coaches DBs,
I don't understand what he did.
I don't know.
I don't think he's bad.
Yeah, like no Marshawn Lattimore, no Trey Amos, no what did you want him to do? My man had
Jayden Jones was back and forth.
Yeah, like I don't know. It was just a thought.
And Hamilton wasn't like the worst on the field,
right?
Like it wasn't great, but I'm not gonna be like he's the sole reason. So yeah. What did y'all think about the whole like Quan situation? Because Ada's saying she don't want to see Quan at safety no more.
He talks so good.
Good.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I know we all pushed Jartavius out, but he talked a good game that I'm willing to, I still want to upgrade.
Second chance.
I still want to upgrade if Caleb Downs is the best player available at 7 and they decide to take him. I ain't gonna be mad, but like something tells me he can fix a lot of these players, right? Like, I mean, I know a lot of people probably took him for BS when they asked him, "What do you see when you first?"
Not to cut you off.
I know where you're going.
Quan is a Frank. He's not a Steve. Downs is a Steve. He's not a Frank. His alignment, so that wouldn't work unless they willing to go get Downs and put him at the free safety. He's playing the Frank, and then Caleb will Hurst to Steve.
Maybe. Because I only said that because I'm looking at Caleb Downs as honestly a positionless guy on this defense.
Oh, so you basically say he could play anywhere in it. So either safety position.
That's why I really said it like that, because I mean
I said I agree with you on the point of if he's the best available right there at that point, then yeah, you do take him.
Mm-hmm.
I say for me, well, I ain't even gonna get on that, but go ahead, Juan.
We know, Reedie. We know.
I ain't even talking about.
All right.
I was about to say, like, it's three offensive players that I'm like, take Tyson, Tate, or Love. I'm cool with either three. I would prefer Love, but I'm cool with either three. And then if that's not available, then go defense. You go him. I don't go edge. I would go Downs.
Yeah. But no, I personally, I forgot what I was about to say.
No,
but no,
about to say when he mentioned, I knew what you was about to say.
Yeah, it slipped my mind.
Quan.
Oh, it's something along the lines of Quan Martin. Like, he doesn't stop me from drafting a Caleb Downs, because I look at Caleb Downs as a positionless kind of safety, right? They compare him to Kyle Hamilton. What does Kyle Hamilton do? I even take it a step further. Look at Josh Metellus, their safety in Minnesota, but he was always down by the box. He was always single high, lone safety at times as well, with the ages one that Harrison Smith. So again, maybe his defense is kind of, at least on the back end, positionless, right? Maybe they don't have a specific position that's just only for them, which I think is great, right? Because a lot of people just assume Mikey's going to be pushed back into the slot and be used as a blitzer and coming downhill. Well, he doesn't have to be an inside corner just to rush the quarterback, right? Like, honestly, I think Carlton Davis is one of the best at doing that as a boundary corner, at least with New England this past year. So, again, to answer the question, like Quan, I mean, I'm still like, but he gives me the vibe that he could fix him, if anything, like, honestly. So we'll see.
It was something you was about to say about Daronte Jones that he said in the presser.
I forgot. I ain't gonna lie.
We can always circle back. Yeah, I'm kind of with Juan on this one. Like, Quan doesn't move the sticks for me if Caleb Downs is there, or if if they took Mansour to lay in that corner. I'm not gonna say, oh, Mikey's out. It's like, oh no, we got a complete corner trio right now. Let's move on. If Caleb Downs taken, great. And McNeil Warren's taken, great. Quan Martin for me isn't a, he's never going to be moved kind of thing. If they move on, great. If not, I'm not going to sit here and say they've done us a disservice, because I've also seen much worse safeties than Tartavius Martin.
Yeah. Now I guess we can transition to the offense.
David Blough. Yeah,
I know y'all said David Blough, voices annoying, this, that, and the third, but he said everything that we wanted them to say.
Yeah.
And again, go back to my point. I think when Reedie had stepped off, I was saying, like, we got to start giving ourselves more credits as fans, because exactly the reason why David Blough is the offensive coordinator is everything that we literally kind of foreshadowed or predicted, right? When the report first came out that there was a divide between Adam Peters and Cliff Kingsbury, because Adam Peters wants to see Jayden Daniels under center. What did Dan Quinn say yesterday? What did David Blough literally say yesterday? He said, we're going to see more of a traditional style offense, getting under center and things like that. And it's like, us as fans, we see this every week, and we're not even coaches. So why is it rocket science for some of these coaches to not do the things that we think is best for the team? And that's simply because they are stuck in their own ways. Cliff Kingsbury is a not a traditional offensive coordinator. He's a college style offensive coordinator. So we can't ask him to do things that he isn't good at. Same with Bobby Johnson. Bobby Johnson wasn't a bad offensive line coach, but they're most likely changed it to a zone blocking scheme. You can't expect him to teach something that he isn't good at. So that's simply, again, what the difference was with him and Cliff Kingsbury. And I love how, and I really want to know you guys' opinion on it, which I think you'll agree with me and everyone else. They are literally moving offensively, or you can even just say team-wise, with Jayden Daniels as like the primary focus behind everything. Like, anything that they have done this whole entire offseason has been solely because of Jayden Daniels. Dan Quinn even said, he told Jayden Daniels before the move even happened, like, we're going to do this with David Blough. And it's like, I love that. right? Most teams would be like, well, why are you giving a player so much control? Well, look at some of the best quarterbacks in the league and their change this offseason. Josh Allen had a lot to do with the head coaching of the promotion of Joe Brady in Buffalo. When you have one of those quarterbacks that you assume or you deem one of them ones or one of the best in the league, they're going to have say, or at least they're going to be the biggest reason why change is being made. And David Blough, again, probably not the easiest person to listen to, but I think he's going to win all of us over just solely based off of his action, just how he's speaking and how his plan for this offense. He even mentions Z's guy Bill and how he plans to unlock Bill, and he also he guaranteed this team, which isn't a surprise because he's the only one under contract, but he guaranteed that we're going to make a upgrade at the running back position. So
yeah,
our guy.
Now that we're starting to get closer to it, I still want Jeremiah Love, but I don't necessarily think it's probably gonna happen. Like, I think they probably go somewhere else in free agency and lock one of them backs down, and it'd be Bill, and then they'll go get like a kind of some lesser tier guys or whatever. But one of those guys in free agencies probably makes a little bit more sense to them. But my outlook on it from the get-go was just, if we can lock Jeremiah Love down for 5 years, and 3 of those years you ain't got to pay him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you ain't got to pay you before you play 2 of those years before you pay JD5. That's even better, because at some point we're going to have to bring in a receiver at some point, because Terry, who knows if he's going to re-sign after this, how these next couple years go. So you're going to have to make those, get some guys in here over this year and next year on the offensive side of the ball. So I don't know. I just like me saying that I don't like his voice. That doesn't even matter, as long as he can
That actually worked out. That actually worked out. As long as he can scheme like that, then we're gonna shut the fuck up.
We'll clip that remix to the next mixtape.
You gotta make sure you clip that, John.
Somebody put a beat. Put a beat behind that, man. Put a go-go
scheme.
But no,
that's funny.
No, that's facts though.
It is.
I mean, I loved the emphasis on under center. You know what I mean? Like he said, when you look at around the league, you know what I mean, a lot of teams are doing it. You look at the Super Bowl, the teams there are doing it. You know what I mean? It allows the offense to kind of run through Jayden more. Also, feed off the run game. You know what I mean? He was talking about just beating teams between the ears, not having to, overdo it in a sense. Jayden ain't really got to be Superman all the time. So I was definitely, excited to hear that. Especially like I said, open up the run game. I felt like, there were times in situational moments where we just kind of got away from game plans or, what was working, and just was all over the place. So, hopefully to see some consistency and more flow, and what's the quote that he said? Make the same things look different and different things look the same. And it's like, man, this man really trying to cook up some shit. They say it's a Ben Johnson saying, but that's some real cook up shit. You know what I mean?
It works though.
Yeah, disguising and everything look alike, and man.
Before we get out of here tonight, can we all answer futuristic Willie's question at some point? We probably don't got to get into it now, but I really want you guys' insight off of that game. You don't have to go 30 minutes or whatever, but futuristic. I do not hate Drake May. I really dislike when people think just because you have a different opinion, you automatically hating. I said we all said the 24 class is damn good, but But Drake May literally is the reason they lost that Super Bowl. I don't care. I like Drake May as a quarterback. He had a hell of a regular season. Yes. But you look at that Super Bowl, that defense held the Seahawks to 12 points, 15 points for majority of that game. And he couldn't get anything going. Yes, you can blame the offensive line and say the pressure was Will Campbell was getting worked all night. Yes, but bro, there were plays that Stephon Diggs wide open. He just isn't throwing the ball. Overshooting Pop Douglas, Kayshon Boutte, inaccurate pass. Like Drake May did not play good. He did not play
no run game.
No run game. He did not play good the whole entire postseason. And the difference is between him and Jayden Daniels. When Jayden Daniels got in them biggest moments, he played his best football. When Drake May got in the biggest moments, what happened? Simple as this. You give Jayden Daniels half of what any of those teams that was in the postseason's defense was this past season. We won the Super Bowl last year. Or at least we're much more competitive NFC championship game. I'll say that the least. But I'm not hating on Drake May just because I'm being real about the assessment. He played like ass and was the reason that they lost the Super Bowl. I don't care. I digress. Sorry.
I think we got to stop trying to always make the comparisons, though. Like what you said, it I don't think it was no lie told, but at the same time, like sometimes, like and everybody does it. I do it too. Like sometimes we just got to stop making the comparisons.
You can't do that though.
But that's what it's going to be. But like we can't keep bringing up if he didn't do it, we didn't get it. We didn't do it collectively as a team. We didn't get it done. So we can't keep going back. We can't keep going back on 2024. So that shit is over. That shit is gone, long gone. It's in the rear view. It ain't coming back unless they do something better.
Yeah. Only reason I bring that up though is because but
I'm just saying in generalized speaking.
I get that, but I'm saying when only time I bring 24 up is when it comes to them trying to downplay Jayden Daniels, or they try to say just because you're holding other quarterbacks accountable in that same class, oh, you're putting 5. I like 5, but you got to stop hating on Caleb. I'm not hating on him. The same way, and were y'all not here this past year or the year in 2024 when we all held Jayden Daniels? I hold Jayden Daniels accountable just like everyone else. He did not play good in that Pittsburgh game. He had spurts, but he did not play good in that Pittsburgh game. He did not play good in the Philly game, the Thursday night game, right? Like we hold him accountable, but it's just, in my opinion, it's a clear, obvious number 1 from that class. That's all. It's
going to be damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you, us as Commanders fans, if we sit up here and we say, and we point out everything that because he had a lot of deficiencies. I'm not even gonna sit up here. And I gotta see the next thing coming to Jesus Christ because he ain't. He had a lot of stuff that he in that Green Bay game. A lot of stuff that he does sometimes is like what in the Bears game or that fumble that's on him. A lot of stuff
before he got injured.
If you sit up here, you bring that shit up. They're going to be like, "What kind of fan are you? You're hating on your like." And then when you compare another quarterback, they'll be like, "Oh well." Why are you hating on him?
How you hating?
You never gonna win. Like you can never have an opinion. Like it's an opinion. It ain't a fact. It's an opinion. Everybody has one.
We ain't gonna know.
Unfortunately.
So now sometimes it's hate. Like I blatantly was hating. Like I said, I didn't want Drake May to win a Super Bowl because he's in the 2024 class. I'm hating because I don't want the comparison to be made to JD5 not getting it done or McDonald. Like I can live with it as a coach because I didn't want the comparison to be saying like something about Dan Quinn. So I was clearly hating on that, but I'm just saying like when you make comparisons about players and shit like that, it's always going to be perceived. Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
You're right.
Drake May cost his team the Super Bowl. Simple as that.
I thought his stat line was. I thought the stat line was okay.
But the stats don't tell the whole game.
The stats don't tell the whole game. I do, but shit, it was a lot of shit that happened in that game. They ain't help his ass out either.
That's true.
What's the biggest reason you say that is?
I'm just saying, like a lot of shit. I mean, I didn't. So don't quote me because I did. I'm not even gonna sit here and say I watched every snap because I didn't. I popped in and I popped out. But it was like some shit that I was saying, like it wasn't like all on his fault. You know what I'm saying?
I get that. You know, of course, the offensive line wasn't good, and you can hold Josh McDaniel accountable. But I'm talking about, I just look at it from the score was 9-0, bro. They needed just one play, bro. It was 7-19. They got the ball back, and this dude is going to throw it up in a triple coverage to Mac Hollins. Good thing Mac Hollins batted the ball down, but like, come on, bro.
Even that touchdown to Mac Hollins, and that was like them two back-to-back passes that they was both kind of fluky-ish to me, kind of sort of.
Come on, man. But
I think that one on the end zone was on the money.
It was more on the money.
Yeah, that Mac Hollins touchdown one was good, but that was like probably the only play of the night that was like,
yeah. It was legit, like, oh, F it, someone down there somewhere kind of throws.
Bro, in a game in which Christian Gonzalez held the offensive player of the year, he held the offensive player of the year. He had Jackson Smith-Njigba in jail. The guy that just won offensive player of the year, 1,700 yards. And that guy's supposed to be a Washington Commander. That dude is an animal, man. Like, when you talk about lockdown corner, yes. When you talk, I'm like, in the biggest game. And then also another thing that I hope we do this offseason. That's why I'm like kind of with Z. I'm like, I hope we don't get rid of Daron, or I hope at least Johnny Newton evolves. We always talk about pass rushes, needing pass rushes. But Milton Williams, the interior pressure,
Barmore,
but we need that. We need that more than pass rushes. And we always know that as just watching and knowing football always growing up. That interior pressure is a quarterback's worst nightmare. If we can get somebody that can rush the pass,
we need both.
Inside,
you gotta reestablish the line of scrimmage, push them centers and them guards back into his lap, and make him get on the edge. That's when those edge rushes that may not be that good, if they can contain, he'll fall into sacks and stuff like that.
Come on,
and then obviously,
off each other.
Based off of the scheme, I feel like there's going to be corners and blitzes is going to be coming from. You don't know where they're going to be coming
down.
If this defense is how I think it's going to be. So, I mean, like you said, like they said, the defensive line and the back end and line, all three levels of the defense kind of got to work hand in hand to be a successful defense.
Shout out to Cali. I'm watching from Cali, and I rap the Carolina Panthers. Keep paying. Shout out to Carolina, man. B.Y. is my guy. Bryce Young.
Hey, Ted had a really good season.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold y'all though, but like I'm about to be on some funny shit. But like when they be saying their little hashtag, that should be just like what? Like y'all be ever thinking that like when you be saying that shit like on ESPN or like tweets and shit, they keep out what? Like or am I a wild lover for that?
I think Reedie, your brain is kind of just evolved to this generation. Like you're adapted to this generation way of thinking, and I can't fault you.
Is it evolve or downgrade?
It's the pause culture, man. It got us now. Everything is pause. But back when they first was popping, I ain't never think like no wow. Like
so that been the thing like back because I just started hearing it like recently.
That's always been their thing. Like even when they had Curry come up because he's from Carolina and he was when Cam Newton was there. That's always been their thing. But hitting the drum.
I didn't.
Yeah, but they talking about Reedie. So comments coming in.
Here we go.
Let me get my fitted. What T.I. said we was now? We my generation. We going back to the side caps like this. All the 40-year-olds and shit. We out here. Fuck they thought. Yeah, on my tip shit. Y'all heard it. Pause.
Y'all wasn't rocking the side hat, was y'all? No, y'all wasn't.
No, that was they was talking that shit down.
I say y'all wasn't on that.
I hope not.
Y'all was rocking the koofies though. I know that.
I ain't had no koofies.
You ain't never had no koofies.
Koofies. Nah, that probably just my brothers still. They're a little bit younger than y'all, but koofies with the phone pauses. No. You know
everything that like see this is what's about to
oh here you go.
This is what about to piss me off. They about to try to make it seem like we so old, but everything that they own, we kind of started that shit. Fuck y'all talking about.
Everything is a revolving door.
I mean,
right.
Not. It ain't all come back around because the shit that they was wearing in the 80s and the early 90s, we ain't wearing that.
Thankfully,
I'm busy.
Bell bottoms coming back though. These flared pants.
They've been around for like a hot minute.
Z, like you got hip Z, like that shit is fire. You gotta.
That's fire.
I seen somebody had someone. I started to send it to you. I'm like, this is the look that really be trying to tell you. Like, you see, that's why they call me Fly Guy, man, because I do my thing.
Okay, all right.
Z ain't no flared nigga.
He is skinny, man. He is skinny.
Still with my skinnies.
Tight ass shit around his ankles and shit.
Are you with a skinny jeans?
I still with skinnies. Yeah.
Ain't
off his Wheezy when Wheezy was skateboard Wheezy shit.
Go
Off his skateboard P shit.
I'm gonna find a mixture of both, man. You know,
respect.
I'm gonna find make sure both. But no, Asia brought up a good point. I asked her about that. Tight ends. I know everybody wants Kyle Pitts. I'm an Isaiah Likely guy, but David Njoku.
David Njoku?
Fuck no. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Before we do that, though, before we go there,
like his stat line is ass over 10 years. Get the fuck out of here.
But before we go there,
I ain't mad at you, Juan, but I'm just saying that.
Blough said he has a role for Senate. In a sense.
He better.
Kyle Juszczyk.
Blough, he said basically he was saying that they asked him about being Senate. He was like he has some development areas, but he can see having a role for him.
As John just said, he better. He's a second round pick.
Fucking better.
Like it seemed like they was just asking him all them questions where they knew like Cliff was fucked up at. Like, what do you think about Bill? Like he ended up saying, like you said, he ended up talking about RB1.
Yeah,
he literally. I mean, yeah, but he said we're gonna get some other pieces, but I can definitely see him being RB1. Like he literally said, I'm like, damn, he just like that.
You know why he said that? Because he was psyched when he said that.
Just like that. Like I was surprised. They was really trying to like down Cliff in that interview, bro.
You think so?
Yeah, like the questions they was asking him. Of course, they made sure they brought up the under-center thing, and he kept continuously talking about it, and the direction of the offense and the percentages of the drop back. He was like really getting analytical.
Yeah, maybe it was some inside beef going on throughout the season.
And they asked him they kept asking him, "Are you surprised?" And he kept saying, "I'm grateful." Like DQ prepared me for this since day one. Like he was always challenging me and giving me
prodigal son.
This and all that, and then DQ said their offices is right next to each other. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, so he pause. He been grooming them since day one.
He probably knew it back his head. Yeah, I might have to get Cliff the fuck out of here.
It all makes sense now.
Then he skip over. He skip over Brian and Lynn and like.
Hey, bro, this fan base is funny. Crazy. Now in the back of his mind, he wanted to matter. We will spend any fucking
day. You never know. You got to listen to the words, the fine lines.
But they were trying to not Cliff. Dan would not answer that. He was skating around and fucking
around. He skated on OG Bobby Johnson.
Yeah.
They asked about that. As soon as they asked him about OG, he started talking about the development of Shopton and the other thing. He never even mentioned or answered anything about Bobby Johnson.
He said we moving on swiftly.
Like, damn. Like,
I mean, respect though.
This fan base amazes me as long as I've been a fan. It amazes me every season, bruh. It'd be hilarious.
Hey, you gotta read between the lines.
Somebody would come out and say, "Oh, the sky is green," and they were like, "Yeah, he was on to that. I foreshadowed that last year." They always said, because you remember the press conference when he said this.
Everybody gotta be the first one.
Facts.
Trust and believe. If I'm the first one to break some, if I ever was, you gonna know. God.
Oh yeah,
facts.
You gotta balance it out. Really, as soon as you wrong, they gonna let you have it in the comments. So you gotta.
They gonna let you have it in the comments regardless.
Yeah. So once you get an opportunity to drag, you gotta drag. Simple.
Oh man.
But yeah.
Who had it?
David Njoku.
Y'all, I don't know. I'm out on Njoku.
He's not my first option though. By the way.
I'm not out on Njoku.
No,
I would just rather Pitts or Likely, but that wouldn't be that wouldn't be a bad third option. Like I like Njoku, and I think with like better quarterback play, he can really, be who he should have been. Like quarterback play there has been booty
Shout out my man,
the whole
John.
time.
Besides Baker Mayfield for a stretch, so.
Yeah.
And Baker Mayfield still wasn't the Baker Mayfield that he ultimately became in Tampa. So. I'm not. The Njoku isn't my first option. It's truly likely. Why? Because Kyle Pitts has the biggest, potential out of all of them. Honestly, like of course. But if I had to say, for who am I going to get more bang for my buck out of? I would probably more likely, if he's healthy, I know likely probably going to give me at least 700, 800 minimum. Kyle Pitts, it's either he's going to come here and be the 1,200 yards leading receiver, or he's
200,
or he's going to give you 200. So I'd rather go likely for that aspect.
Yeah.
But if we was to be on some like, we don't want to invest that much money into that position because we do have a young guy in Bates still. We still got John Bates who we tied money up into. Not a whole lot, but
he gives us nothing in the pass game. Nothing. But a block.
I wouldn't say
it's occasional.
It's like because you're not expecting it. Like I don't think consistently he can. I don't believe that.
But they didn't pay him like to be a consistent tight end. They paid him to be a consistent blocker.
I get that part, but I'm just saying that's what I'm saying. Like it has to be somebody bringing somebody in here to catch the football and stretch the field. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Horizontally and vertically. Like it has to be somebody else. It can't be. We can't rely on John Bates. If Ben Sinnott ain't going to develop into that, what we thought he was coming out of Kansas State, like he could have been an H-back. He could have been like Chris Cooley, like X-esque type player. Yes. But we haven't seen that yet. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So,
which is weird because they drafted him so high, like coming out of KSU, obviously, but like. I remember being like watching it. I remember texting fans, texting other people like, "Yo, we got Sinnott. We on our way." Me and Josh Taylor, we on our way. We got Sinnott. We still sitting here like, anybody see him yet?
I mean, I'm curious. I want to know exactly like what areas of development does he need to develop on?
Right.
Like what game is he not like? It's a fine line to say that you need to develop, but you can still contribute while you're developing.
Yeah, because like he can block, which is the crazy thing. Because he was a catcher coming out of Kansas State, and they turned him into a blocker. I went, "What happened here?" Mm-hmm. Like, what happened to his hands? Someone said, "How do y'all feel about Cade Otton?"
Yeah, KR is a free agent.
Yeah,
the no glove bandit, the Philadelphia Eagle killer. Hold on. Look. Let me. Hey, I'm again likely Pitts. Cool, I get it. Those are the top cream of the crop. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, not what I. That's what I want first. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, the no glove bandit, and I want when you only have tape on your fingers. And you're catching the football in the pouring rain like it ain't nothing. That's what I need. That's what I need on my team. I'm telling y'all, K. Otton is the Philly. He kills Philly every time he play him. So yeah, I didn't know he was a free agent.
Yeah, he's a free agent. Someone said Chigakonkwo.
Chig is nice too, but Tennessee might. I feel like he's one of their. I feel like he's one of their few offensive pieces that's like they can build around in Tennessee.
Like I don't disagree, but he's also like already 26. So I think he'll be 27 when the season starts. They could say we want to go get one in this draft.
So what?
I don't know if they keep him around.
26, 27 ain't old. When we start acting like that's old.
I'm not saying he's old, but I'm saying based on like the personnel they brought in as head coach and the QB's coach and the OC, I'm sitting here like maybe they don't want Chig around anymore because he's been there as long as he has been. They might go.
You're saying okay. I thought you were saying like we shouldn't get him because
No.
Okay.
No, I would try him out, bring him in, see what he's got. I'm not sitting here saying he's a bad tight end, but yeah, it's clearly like likely Pitts, a little drop off, and you're talking like Chig. Cade, Njoku.
I think Cade Otton might be my number one choice.
I'd rather take Cade Otton over Njoku.
I'm telling you, the no glove bandit is a demon. I'm telling you.
What are you sold on Njoku? Because Njoku ain't it.
I know this may sound crazy.
What are you sold on him?
Speed, athleticism.
He looks the part. He looks like, but he don't do shit.
Okay.
Every time
we'll just see how it plays out.
I'm willing to give him a benefit of the doubt because of his quarterback play.
I definitely feel like he had stints where he was productive.
A couple games, 4 or 5 games at a time, of 2-3 seasons ago.
He's had horrible quarterbacks his entire time in Cleveland. Like, the quarterback matters, bro. It's Cleveland Browns we talking about. And he been stuck there. They fucking franchised him. I think they franchised him when he was trying to get out of there.
I think so.
And in 23, where he actually played in all 16 games, he had 800 yards. Since then, he played in 11 games and 24, 500 receiving yards. Then last year, he played in 12 games and only had 293 receiving yards. But you got to remember, they got Harold Fannin in there now.
Yeah, they got Fannin. And I think he might have been hurt early on or something. There was something that, like, his transition, because I feel like I had him on my fantasy team.
Did he burn his face this season, or was that last year where he burnt his face?
That might have been like 3 years ago.
I think that was 3 years ago.
It might have
been a minute.
What? I thought that just happened.
Yeah. Who was it? Yeah, the Njoku burn. I'll tell you exactly.
But yeah, like
Tommy.
Go ahead.
Tommy going fast.
I did not know that was 3 years ago. Damn. But yeah, they got a tight end in Cleveland, so they're clearly not gonna bring him back, and that lowered his production.
2023.
September
Fall
2023.
Yep.
Damn.
2 years already.
I think you get him with a quarterback like Jayden, bro. I think that's something. But that's only if we can't get likely.
Correct. You definitely
can't get likely. You know. Yeah. Because you get Njoku in here, you can be your primary pass catcher. You still got Bennett. I call him Bennett. Senate that can produce in the run and the blocking, of course. And I'm more higher on John Bass's athleticism and pass catching ability than more now. Like, at first I was like, this dude ain't nothing but more than a blocker. But I think you got to give him his opportunities as a pass catcher. I think he's much better than what we think.
I mean, got him for cheap too.
Jaden's comments on Ayuk. I do not want Brandon Ayuk. Please.
I'm good. Hard pass.
Jaden's comments on Ayuk.
In 10 seasons. Wow.
I to be honest, I'm gonna just say this. I was for the trade and re-signing him. Then shit went left. I wasn't really with it. I can't started this offseason, still not with it. And I look at the situation like, but if you can sign him for 1 year, the super low, shit, why not?
To tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you.
Hard pass.
It's Jayden, man. Jayden jumping out there and vouching for him. Jayden might know something.
Maybe.
Do not care.
But remember he said, and this is what I said in my video a couple of days ago. He said a few individuals from his time in Arizona State. So maybe Rashad White.
I was gonna say that too. He said he did have an S on it.
I don't know, bro. Ayuk just like I said that when we first talked about him on the program a few months ago. He just strikes me as a Chase Young guy, at least a Chase Young guy in Washington, because he had 10 sacks this past year. What do I mean by that, Juan? He does not love football. He loves what football brings him: the jewelry, the fast cars, looking sweet, looking like a rapper on Instagram. Like that's the life that football provides him. But like the love of the game, I just don't, I don't think it's there. And I even listened to a beat reporter for the 49ers. He said the same thing. And he's like, we don't know anything about this man over the past 2 seasons. He ghosts his teammates. His teammates can't get in contact with him. He stopped showing up to the facility. The one time that he was at practice, he was dropping passes. So again, maybe a fresh, scenery for him would be great. And if there was somebody that can get him back on track, it would be Jayden. But why we got to put that kind of onus on 5? Like, why are we just going to, get him right, Jayden, get your boy right? Like, Like, nah, like
Nah, it ain't on 5 to get him right. But if 5 gonna be vouching for him, and we sign him, pause, he better be right. You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, you the quarterback. You know you got this influence. You vouching for your man. We go sign him. He better be right.
All I know is
Like,
gonna be, if we do
the
sign
dude
him,
can hoop.
Look, I'm not gonna say
how we know that. We don't know that. We don't know that.
He used to ball.
He hasn't played in 2 years and hasn't played
I'm
a full
sure in
season
the
in
2
3.
year absence, he's better than every wide receiver we had on our team outside of Terry McLaurin, healthy.
I'd rather resign Debo.
Yeah.
Y'all see Debo like my junk too, right?
Oh,
There you go.
Oh, come on, bro.
Yeah,
Hey,
yo. Congratulations.
Come on, bro. Watch out.
It was the delayed.
Come on, Reedie, right? Come on, Reedie.
He tweaking.
Oh, man.
Is he looking tonight? He said, "We're gonna."
Yeah, he's tweaking, bro.
Hey, yeah, you want one though?
Keep that energy, Z.
I can't be mad at him, man. He
gonna be mad at me. You know, Reedie is petty. No, I'm petty.
You'll find the weakest pause. We're like, what are you talking about, bro?
I'll say his pauses has been valid tonight. His pauses has
Yeah.
been valid. I can't be mad at him. But
Respect.
yeah, pause, of course. But I'd rather re-sign Debo, man. Again, yeah, he had what, a 1,300 yard season, but it's like, bro, how we don't know what this man looks like, right? Who is even say we bring him in and he passes the physical, right? Like that. That's
Hey,
that's why you go 1 year.
If he comes in,
for the load.
if they bring him in as whatever they bring him in, he's gonna pass the physical.
Get that man on a proof.
Could you imagine if he doesn't?
He's gonna pass the physical.
If he
Who's
comes
that
in,
one
he's
dude that
30.
came in?
I don't know. I'm with Z. Like I was to a certain extent. I was like, yeah, when it was possibly the rumors about trading for him and all that, I was on board. But I think at this point in time, I don't know if it makes sense.
Only on a prove it deal it makes sense. Anything other than a prove it deal, hell no.
I'm still saying
I'm
still saying we need to go get Alec Pierce. Like,
That's
but
what
then everybody in the comments keeps saying, "Reedie, we already got our white boy. We don't need another white boy."
Lukey, yes sir, Lukey.
Dude, they going to lock Pierce down. If I'm being completely honest, like I would love him here in DC. They going to tag him.
Who was they?
Indianapolis.
Indy.
Oh, you said tag him. Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, John. When you said lock him down, I thought you meant like cornerbacks.
Yeah, I thought he was from a corner.
Oh no, like no. In this division, that doesn't happen. But no, Indy ain't gonna let them in.
Jay Gruden said Alec Pierce and IU to DC.
Nah,
so 1 for 2.
You got to fit Debo in there somewhere, bro.
So yeah. I mean, if you do that, it's Debo. I was telling Z this, like it's like Debo is trying to, but I guess it's all players in a sense is trying to like get their outs of where they. Oh yeah, I want to go back. like your man, what's his name? What's your man name? The edge rusher, Von Miller. Von Miller was like, yeah, I want to run it back in Washington. Then all of a sudden, I was like, yeah, I want to be in Denver next year.
He's trying to get him a ring, man. That's all he's trying to do.
Debo, now I want to go back to San Francisco. I will, and then the place, we wouldn't mind having him back. We want Debo back. So I feel like it's like because they don't know where they're going to go, so they're putting out those little fillers like, oh, I'm happy playing with anywhere or whatever. But I would love to have Debo back for him to run it back. Then a few months ago, he said he would want to run it back here because he feel like they didn't get to do what they needed to do here. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Yeah. I would take a Romeo Dobbs though. I would take him too.
That's the one thing about Romeo. Romeo, he hoops in the biggest moments. I'm not gonna lie. Like every time the Packers in the playoffs, he's always like the one that's making that fat ass Guardian cap though. Him and
I heard wearing the condom helmet, but that's okay.
Helmet Jalen P. I ain't mad at it because protect your dome, man. But him and Jalen Petrie, man, they Guardian.
Oh, Petrie be pissing me off. I'm like,
Yo,
fam.
yo, like the Guardian caps, John. What you mean?
So here's the craziest thing. It look on like I'm still not used to it, but the newer ones look better. Because I'm so used to Romeo Dobbs wearing it, I'm just accustomed to be like, oh yeah, fat head right there. I saw Petrie put it on, I'm like, who's this? I think it is.
Yeah. We don't got nobody that weird, do we?
Maybe no lineman. Maybe. But I can't think of a lineman.
Doesn't wear.
There was
one of the special team guys.
Was it? I don't think Blough wore it.
Anyways, yeah.
Anyways, like
I'm my ideal receiver room. My ideal receiver room, honestly, is at least top 3. And that's the one thing I didn't bring up earlier that I think a lot of people kind of just didn't even think about. When they asked David Blough first about this offense, like the building blocks or whatever, who the offense is tailored to, this man said the offense is tailored for Jayden Daniels and Terry McLaurin. Somebody dropped the DJ horns for me because I think Terry McLaurin is finally about to get the respect that he deserves and is about to get the targets that he deserves. So the people that feel like Terry McLaurin isn't a top 10 receiver, they're either going to be proven right because he's going to get the targets. So we can no longer say, like myself, can no longer be like, well, he doesn't get the opportunities. Well, David Blau is going to give him the opportunity to treat him like a real number 1. So we'll see if Terry McLaurin, I think he'll either have a breakout year or will comfortably walk away from this season saying, yeah, Terry McLaurin is a good number 1, but he ain't one of them ones. But I think we're finally going to get our answer, man, because David Blough for sure made it a point to say that Terry McLaurin will be when we scope this offense, the people that we have in our mind is quarterback and 17. And also a tweet says this right here, quote, this thing is going to be built around how do we get Terry 10 targets a game? Come on. When have we ever had an offensive coordinator that came out and said that? About Terry McLaurin. Like it was like pulling teeth. We turn on other games. We look at Puka Nacua getting 10 targets in the damn first half. We get Vontae Adams, Justin Jefferson when he had a good quarterback, Jamar Chase when Joe Burrow told you,
JSN.
You know what I mean? JSN, right? Emeka Ibuka, right? Like these guys get so many targets easily. And Terry McLaurin goes halves without getting the ball. So we didn't even talk about that earlier. What y'all think about that? Him saying this offense is going to be built around Terry getting 10 targets.
It goes back to what you were saying about us as fans, or even us as creators and pastors. Like we see the shit. Like why the fuck is Terry getting the targets? It just didn't make sense. So I'm excited, super excited.
I'm ready. This season gonna be a weird year for Terry. He's like gonna produce like 1111 or something's not gonna add up.
What did I say, Z? I said it's time for a breakout 1,500-yard season.
Ooh,
so he has to. He had 14 something. He has to. If Blough going
even if he got to 13, I call that a success.
And say the things he says, like he has to, or he's done.
What's
Terry's highest season? 1,100?
Almost 12.
Like 1050, I think, right?
It's 1,100.
It's up to 1,100 for sure. I'm checking real quick.
Was it that 22 season with Heineke?
His best season was 2022, 1,191 yards, 5 touchdowns. It's called 1,205.
Lil Heineke.
Last year was
300 more yards. I mean, shit. That's like 30 more targets.
Do y'all understand? Go ahead, John. I'm bad.
I mean, the highest reception, he's had targets, no problem. His highest reception year was 2020. We only played 15 games. He was 87 for 11, 18, and 4. But he's gotten 115 plus targets since 2020. Last year, outside of last year was just a fluke season. But like 2024, 117, 2023, 132, 2022, 120, 21, 130. 2020, 134.
Oh yeah, of course. But again, when you actually decipher these games, right?
Yep.
Like how many of those targets was when we were getting blown out in the late games, targets, of course, right? So kind of the stats isn't necessarily misleading, but you can't take it for all what it's worth. All I'm gonna say is, bro, like Terry McLaurin getting 100-yard games is so rare, but like that could become the new norm. Like Terry's my favorite player, and quite frankly, probably my favorite player of all time, if I'm being honest. That goes to show you how poor we have been in my lifetime. Like it's about time that he gets this opportunity, but also like just imagine the feeling of finally saying we have a guy that we know can go out there and get 100 yards with these. Because I feel like that with Terry McLaurin. I've always felt like that with Terry McLaurin, but the thing has always been the quarterback play holding him back, and these coordinators not treating him like he's one of those guys, right? Like, I mean, we always like just the acrobatic catches. I mean, I think about that Pittsburgh catch last year, man. Like, this dude has done some unreal things for this team, man. Like, so yeah.
He has to. He has to get off to a good start early because, like AJ said, like it's true. Like Terry is barely getting 1,000 yards in the last game of the season. Type vibes.
Scratching these
all the time, barely getting 1,000 yards. So like, they got to get him going quick from the get go, from the onslaught of week one on, and be consistent. And he got to put together. He got to get a little bit more yak and stuff like that instead of always falling and tripping and all of that shit. But again, like I said, the only way for guys like him and certain guys to shine, I mean, they're going to shine regardless. But the only way for them to truly shine is you need more weapons around them. So it kind of like makes the defense play you honestly, where they can't, if Terry's the only receiver we got and they know that's the best receiver, they're going to double him. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to bump him off his routes. And I mean, because offensive football is about timing and spacing. If you could disrupt the timing and spacing, it's a win for the defense. So, of course, they're going to do all of those things. You know what I'm saying? Jayden Daniels keep the ball alive. You know what I'm saying? You got a good running game. You got good tight ends. You got to have a secondary and a third option. You know what I'm saying?
Complementary football.
Your role players got to get some off-schedule shit every now and then. And I think Terry could absolutely kind of fall into that mold. But, like, he has to come back off of the injury-ridden season he had this year. All of the negatives, you know what I'm saying, with the holdout and all of that stuff. So, like, I think Z was telling me earlier, shit, they might have an out in year 2. So it ain't looking like it's a possibility he may be the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that I want Terry to go down as the best wide receiver in Washington football, Commanders, Redskins history. Like, I think personality-wise and just a man, he is that caliber of player. And I want to see him go up in the Raptors, even if he doesn't, make it to the Hall of Fame or what have you. Like, at least be the best we've ever seen to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And I think it was trending in that direction. I mean, the fact that he missed so much time last year and still was able to put up 582 yards, something like that, somewhere around there. Like, we already knew Terry McLaurin is a guaranteed G, right? But even at the age of 31, at the start of next year, God damn, Terry's gonna be 31 next year.
Yeah, 582 and 3 this year.
Like, the thing that I love about Terry McLaurin, or at least how I view him, is yes, he's 31, but he gives me Larry Fitzgerald vibes. He gives me Reggie Wayne vibes. Dare I say Jerry Rice vibes in terms of being able to play into his later 30s because of how he's able to take care of his health, his body, and don't take too many hits and things of that nature. So I get it, right?
He takes some hits. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, well he does. He does, but he bounces back, and of course over time, the older you get, it ain't as easy to get up the next morning after that. But I say that to say, like, I think even though he's 30, 31, I think we have a good 3-4 more years of Terry McLaurin before we can kind of just shut him out, right? Again, that's why I'm kind of with Z. I mean, Reedie, like, I don't have a specific player. I just want to go BPA. But I'm really hoping, if I could say, like, I'm hoping if we're at 7, one of these offensive weapons, preferably Carnell Tate, is available, because that's literally DK Metcalf / JSN, like, in a sense of, although they traded DK Metcalf away, and didn't necessarily let him gracefully, his way out. Our version is going to be Carnell Tate is going to be the understudy to Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin will still be the wide receiver one for probably the next year or two, and then it's going to be that clear leap from Carnell Tate, kind of like how JSN had, and he's going to be the wide receiver one into the future, and Terry McLaurin is going to gracefully become that wide receiver two and probably ends up retiring. That is literally like what I would want. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I think we got 3-4 more good years of Terry left.
I think Tate could be gone by 6.
Probably. I don't think he's gonna be.
I think New York could take him.
I don't mind any of it. Like I know I'm on record saying that Love is my number one pick, but out of the 3 players that I mentioned, the 2 receivers in Love, I'm happy with either one. So if they go any of those, I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
I think I mean it's a sneaky good wide receiver year for this draft class. I think I could go get a good one at 71 and go get, Daronte his franchise piece and defense at 7. But you're completely right. If
what's the
Tate,
franchise?
Tyson,
name the names.
I'll go Downs, Bain.
So that's your number one
Bailey.
pick? I like Downs over any of the edge rushers.
Touche. I'm gonna throw, because it's been more popular, but I've obviously run the tape, talked about it. I'll throw Mansour Delane in there. LSU
That's the cornerback, right?
Cornerback.
Yep.
I'm sneakily starting to like him. I did my little research on him. I sneakily like him.
He was good at the University of Virginia, or Virginia Tech, excuse me, so a Hokie, because I've seen him play in person against my Monarchs. It wasn't fun. He would locking dudes up, but then he goes to LSU.
It's the Monarchs. Get out of here, John. It's the Monarchs. Y'all ain't been nothing since Taylor Heineke.
Are you hating, Juan?
I'm hating.
We just won a bowl game this year at 10-3. What you talking about this year?
Y'all ain't better than the Terps, man. Y'all ain't better than House. I know, man.
The last great thing come out of Maryland was what? Diggs?
Vernon Davis.
He met the Tar Heels.
Old Bay? Oh, the Tar Heels?
What?
Drake May. I know what you're talking about.
You said Howell, right?
No, I said Howard Bison.
Howard Bison.
Oh, I was like,
my bad.
Nah.
No, but Mansour Delane this year, just because the big thing for everyone was saying for Delane going to LSU was, would he fit that system? Would he play well in the SEC? Would he do a 31.3 pass rating, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns? He's a man first, zone second coverage guy, but you can play him corner, in the slot, in the box. He will produce. Like, his worst game was late in the season at A&M, but A&M was a sneaky good team. If we took Delore at 7, or if we moved back like 2-3 spots and got Delore, I'm saying Amos and Delore as your coverage guys, and Mikey coming in as like a pseudo like nickel blitz corner. We got something.
How would y'all feel about that? Because Joe Klatt, I was listening to it the other day, his full first round mock. Like, he had us taking Master Delane at 7. And I know I'm BPA. I'm BPA regardless of the position. But I will say, if we take him at 7, that'd be like, ooh, okay. Like, all right. I like it. But that just means our secondary, our cornerbacks are set. Because I still think Trey Amos has the potential to be really, really good.
Does.
So
I'm like kind of like tired of having this conversation. I ain't gonna hold you. For the simple fact of like I just want to get the free agency, because once free agency gets it, I have a better kind of grasp on understanding on what needs we really have remaining. And you can kind of like make educated kind of decisions and discussions off of that. So that's really just blowing me for that simple reason. But I wouldn't be mad at it. If they took Downs, I wouldn't be mad at it. Like, yeah, I didn't get the offensive weapon that I wanted, but yeah, I would be mad. I wouldn't be mad at it either way. Even if they took one of them edge rushers, I wouldn't be mad at it. It would be, it is what it is. But hopefully you made them moves in free agency to address those offensive needs that we need.
Yeah. Yep. But that's the yearly thing though, Reedie. It's always like this every year. You gotta talk about it just to get through it. We a month away. We're a month away. We'll get there. But
just spend the cap money. That's all.
My man Z ready to go night.
Right on cue. Right on cue. I'm starting to think it's planned. I'm starting to think it's planned.
Yeah, you realize. Look,
around.
Okay, it's about 10, 15. Let me start sitting back acting like I'm tired.
Notice he ain't say nothing about 15 minutes.
Nah. Next stream, you pull the leather seat, just be like.
I told Reedie, I said my body just shuts down about 10:30, bro. Between 9:30 and 10:30, it's a wrap.
Yeah, we were supposed to record a pod last night. It was like 9:45 when we got out of training. I looked at 9:30 when we got out of training. I was like, I was all the way out Bowie, so I had to drive all the way home. I looked at the clock. I said, I'm not calling his ass. He probably out of there. Out of there.
Sleeping 15 minutes.
Go ahead.
I
think that pretty much. I think that covers everything so far, unless y'all got anything else.
I mean, I was just going off the comments, right? Max Crosby, but
hey.
we
that ain't happening.
I was 25.
I'm out on
them. They don't want too much for Crosby. I don't think it's worth the.
If
with all we need over the next few years, I don't think that's worth it.
Mm-mm.
That if one player that's going to set you back even worse than these two players that we got set us back.
If Micah went for 2 first, they're going to want that for Max.
And I was like looking at the first round draft, and like it's like I think it's like 3 or 4 teams that got 2 picks. Like that's how you build your roster quick, like getting in those positions. But we ain't had no fucking body to be able to make trades for to get in them type of positions.
Nope. The only person that would be even slightly in that conversation, like, man, I'll trade you 3 first rounders, would be Jayden, but we ain't moving on from him. He's the face of the franchise.
Yeah, and I think with the Wizards moving the way they're moving, I think that puts Adam Peters on notice. I'm just
hey, speaking of that, I was on the show last week, but I did hear my man Reedie say, I said that's my man right there, because I'm just see Z already ain't never wavered. I would say that he always been there, but I'm right with Reedie. I'm like, look, this is the type moves you make to bring somebody interested back in your organization. I haven't been this interested in Washington Wizards since John Wall, Bradley Beal, Trevor Ariza, Nene, Martin Gortat. Come on, Z. I know a little song. I know a little song. But yeah,
I ain't never been interested in them. I kind of knew who the players were and shit like that, but I never like had that itch or that want to be a fan. Like even an NBA, like to be a fan of any NBA team. I just prefer players. You know what I'm saying? And I like players and root for players and stuff like that. And in the playoffs, I might pick somebody that I like.
Yeah, that ain't your fault. That's just the NBA product. That shit is player.
Nah, hasn't always been porous though. Hasn't always been porous.
No, it hasn't. Like I think the biggest time when I was really like a fan is I was always a Kobe fan though. So like that's when I felt like that's when teams felt like. But that shit now is just player. But every 2 years, James Harden in a New Jersey. So how am I supposed to be a fan of an organization?
I think the only team that I came close to being a fan of was when AI was with Philadelphia. Like I really like rocked with them tough.
Could you imagine that?
Really rock with them tough.
Imagine you being a Redskin and 76ers fan.
Right, Capitals fan and then a 76ers fan. I hate the Flyers. I hate them at I just hate them. I don't like them. They're saying Caleb Downs. Everybody's saying Caleb Downs. I can't wait to draft day when we got like 70-something days. And we're gonna finally be there, like, damn, the draft all the way here. And if it's some shit that we don't expect, I'm gonna be like,
we live, right? We going live. We doing this?
Yeah, we can go live.
Yeah, I know I will be.
Yeah,
we'll go live. John gonna have he's gonna have his whiteboard up. He's gonna have his binder out with all the little numbers and combine stats.
Hindsight, it wouldn't have been that wouldn't have been a bad move by Reedie and futuristic. Hindsight. Because Josh Harris, but they do not like Josh Harris in Philly though. Like as their owner.
They do not.
They don't like him as their owner.
Yeah, because they said he in them fouls. That's what happened. I'm keep telling you.
Bro,
Josh
I ain't gonna lie. I heard that. I was a little hurt.
So you want to gloss over that, huh, Juan? You want to know?
No. I was
in them fouls. He in them fouls.
when I heard that, I was a little distraught. I ain't gonna lie.
Shit.
We went Josh.
If they found Pastor Russ in them fouls and shit, Josh Harris, you know he was in them fouls.
Damn, John, not my awkward handshaking man, bro. Not my man that'll pop a beer with you in the stands, man. Damn.
He probably the first owner that got caught too. I bet you there's about 4 more they haven't named yet.
Yeah, it wasn't the Giants GM or something.
Yep.
Well, not GM, but their second president or something like that. Yeah,
I bet you James Dolan was in there.
Damn, Josh. That guy crushed me a little bit.
Man.
But yeah.
Why they say the only reason why Diddy wasn't in the fouls because he was trying to make his own. I was crying when I
say we
said he probably the only motherfucker that was on that wild shit that ain't in them fouls. He was trying to keep his own shit on
Epstein was a competition apparently.
Go
as Reedie said, free agency is going to dictate everything. Because Kenneth Walker was on my list. They are not.
Man.
Super Bowl dictated that one.
For sure.
The last month.
Super Bowl MVP prices went up. Soon as
I kind of want to say I apologize because I wasn't kind of sold on him, but in the Super Bowl, from what I seen, it showed me why he is valuable and why people were saying Kenneth Walker.
He might be staying there.
Oh,
this season was his breakout season.
He is. Zach Charbonnet tore his ACL. He's not gonna be ready for week 1.
Yeah. He said, "I bet. What's this? Super Bowl MVP."
My man, bald at 25. You know he's serious.
Bald nigga. Hey, look like a golf ball. Hey, look like
Reedie, you next? Nah.
Hold on.
You go ball, Z? You know what they say about the bald heads, man.
That me, Bobby.
Pause. What they say? I don't know what they say about the ball.
No, I'm just saying that the bald dudes be the flies.
I'm gonna be the
unk
with the shape up back here. Still getting shape up.
Keep man, Fred, keep pushing this shit back.
Yeah. I ain't getting no jing and I ain't going bald.
And they said your man look like YSL Woody.
Go ahead.
He do though.
He gonna be like, I don't recall.
Nah, he funny though.
Go ahead.
What he say? He said
he want Tom Brady to pop up in the fouls. Go ahead.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Class 1 hater right there.
Hey Juan, what if John was in the fouls?
It'd be everybody.
Look, hey Z, we be on this J. Reedie and Z do
not condone.
That happened within them files with John
B.I.B.
He's been terminated from his contract.
I'm gonna have to come on here and make a sit down video, like
to be like Phillips. We gotta have
Go get him.
That's a good one.
Get him.
That's a good one.
It's a fantastic work.
That's a good one right there. That's a good one. It's even name.
Go ahead.
Hey, go ahead. I'm about to size it. Go ahead.
I already know. He's
just in there like
Reedie with. Yeah, I'm just.
He's trying to look off like
I had seen the comments 5 minutes before he said. I said, "Watch Reedie say something."
Go ahead. I ain't see it.
It
was a minute ago. He posted it at 10:47. He seen it. He welling.
Not a whole 5 minutes, literally.
I be welling, bro.
He was jamming it up.
Cool, bro.
I'm sitting there, see the name. I said, "What's this nigga?"
Go ahead.
Hey,
Hey, Juan, what's up with your man Z? Try to lie, talking about he said.
Oh no, yeah.
It was 1 minute ago.
He's tired.
Hey, Juan, you see niggas hate when the joke going down.
Hey, look.
He gonna smock me in a couple of minutes though. You try to hype it. I'm about to cook you. Watch.
Nah, it's funny.
John keep laughing hilariously. I mean, hysterically and shit. I'm about to fry
This is A+ work. I couldn't have thought of this. This is A+ work.
That's a good one.
I'm for this.
I'm surprised you ain't think of that. You always think about something.
Maserati 313, appreciate you, bro.
Shout out, Maserati.
Shout out.
Oh, that's from Detroit. That's a 313. I know.
313. There you go.
I think he might be from Detroit. It's somebody from Detroit that owe me money, by the way. I'm still mad about that. I'm mad about that. He came in when we played the lines and the whole last year.
Oh,
I went live. He came in and Jones said, "If y'all beat us, I'm gonna donate you $50." I ain't hear from him since.
never seen it again.
He probably ain't clicked on the page.
No. But I tell you, he was talking cold hard in the comments.
And we cooked him.
Yeah.
Yeah, see y'all next week, same
All right,
time,
fellas.
same place.
Make sure y'all wish my man a happy B-Day. His B-Day is Jamal.
Yeah.
I got Reedie.
Yes, sir, Reedie. Happy B-Day,
sir.
Reedie.
I ain't gonna drop his age, but he out here.
52 out here. 52 years old.
You gonna keep wanting to hype it and shit.
I'm just
Dr. James House looking at it.
I'm gonna fire your little.
Hey, say my man Juan don't look like House with that head, with his hair like that. Y'all remember the show House, the little doctor?
No, Reedie.
Y'all remember that shit? Get the fuck out of here.
You born in the 70s, Reedie. We don't know that.
Juan, I was not born in the
We know. Come on, Reedie.
Hey, y'all gonna chill on that ageism shit, because I'm about to start fucking with this pod if y'all gonna do me like that. Y'all motherfucking ageism, that is the fucking thing.
Go ahead.
Racism, sexism, ageism, all that. This is his thing.
Go ahead.
Reedie,
Y'all ain't gonna keep calling me up.
You know you was in the Go-Go's back in 82, Reedie.
Shit. How was he born in 82?
You got the picture with the backdrop. You got your jail pose. Come on.
No, I was in the Chuck Go-Go back in the day.
Yeah, we know you with Red Essence, Sugar Bear, all of them. You had your page on the hip and all.
I ain't really bang with Essence. I'm a backyard guy.
Hey.
And I ain't really an Essence guy.
You still got your page?
Nah.
Oh, okay. See how he ain't deny Z. Had him a pager.
Shit, I ain't gonna hold you. I remember when I was 14. I was going to Friendship, PR Harris on the south side. I had bought a pager down Eastover. My mother was mad. I'm like, why are you mad that I bought it with my summer job money? She was mad as shit. Like, why you got a pager? I was like, went down there, got that thing for $40. I thought that I was on.
Couldn't have no page, David.
Couldn't have no pager.
You was a dope boy, Reed. You a son
Yeah,
of
that's what street niggas used to do. So my parents used to be on that.
Oh man,
that's a bet, fellas.
It's a good one though. He had commented twice.
He itching to get his ass off the pot.
Yeah, I gotta make sure
he ready to be
ribs off.
Oh, they ain't how they come out, Bobby? They was good.
It was a little tough, so that's why I went upstairs, put them back. Yeah.
How that happen?
I mean, I followed the directions, but they was a little tough.
This a dry rub.
They send it now though. That's why I'm trying to hurry them go get them, cut them off.
After the 3 hours, they was tough.
Slightly.
Damn.
Use a little bit more time.
Respect.
And wifey got braces, so they gotta be tender.
Okay, respect.
There you go. Hey y'all. See y'all next week. Same time, same place. John, Reedie, Z, Juan. Y'all. Hey, I'm ready to pass out my
brown,
dams.
Orange, gold.
Lorix looking at me.
Come on.
Looking at
the whole fall season. All fall colors.
Nah, I'm playing. Like, everybody had to. Everybody got
face ass boy.
Everybody, look, they sparked me, John. I had to say something. I'm sorry.
Yeah, respect.
John, I ain't gonna hold y'all. John be getting away with shit. I ain't gonna hold y'all. He be saying this little. He like my man Blough. Be like crack a little joke and shit, get to laughing, and then they be like, I don't Joan. So don't nobody Joan on him, and they chill. But he be the main one trying to crack a little joke on a slick tip.
Welcome to smoke.
Welcome to smoke.
I welcome to smoke.
John, I don't know if you would have made it on the South. We would have sparked your ass, John.
Probably.
I ain't gonna hold you. All y'all in the chat from the South, we would have sparked his ass, would we? My man though, so I ain't gonna get you like that. But if you grew up in the early 2000s, you would have got your ass. It's all love though. See y'all next week.
It is. See y'all next week. Hey.